Here's a quick example of a certificate of service that will work for many people. Composed of a table, which would be a list answer in the document itself. We'll dig into that in a bit. A very simple Q&A table, only asking for the date of service. And then finally a grid answer with 5 columns to pick up the attorney name, the attorney firm name, attorney address, type of service, and certificate number. And into this then we've put example names, firm names. You see a layout of address here. We're using a drop-down answer to drive this question, and then a certificate number that could be a post office certificate number or FedEx delivery number or tracking number, whatever it is you'd like. Then up in the document area, you see that we're using the data service up here, and then a list answer in table format. And let me put the cursor down here just to show you how to get to that. Here is insert list, and we have several different choices, and the one that I'm using for this is table format, that has the benefit then of freezing the design of the answer. And normally I turn the blank line off because the blank line would just create noise. So having set that there, I'll erase it, and you see the actual effect up here. Then building the table, when the table started, when I started with it, it had only the list attorney name number X in each one of these 3 blocks, and list list fields in the form tool in Doxserá always start out with a basis of 3, and they're composed of the first item, the last item, and then all the items in between. So this could go on for pages and it'd be just fine. Or conversely, if there are only 2 items, then it would only reflect the first item and the second item, and if the list was composed of just 1, it would then show the 1. But as it was created, it had the list attorney name and item number. I then added to that a field. I went in and got the attorney firm field for the current item. So you see attorney firm, item selection, current item, and I put it in freeform, and then all done. Same idea, and I inserted a carriage return line for that. Same idea with the address. The address is a field, in this case a field inside of a list, and the important thing is that it's the current item in the subcategory of item. If I go list, you'll see here that I get information about the list itself. Sublist would be the ability to include people in or include people out, but including attorney address, item, current item gets us where, and text, and in this case title case, gets us where we want to go. So I left the center cell in place just as a divider. It makes everything kind of nice. Here the word by is a fixed item. Type of service again is a field. I put it in exactly the same way of going in a type of service as an item at the current item, and that relates this type of service to this placeholder, in this case the first attorney, and this one, by having a current item designation, relates to the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth, all the intermediary service addresses, and then this would create go to the last one. Here I want a certificate number, and if there is no certificate, say just U.S. mail, for instance, then this would be blank. It would not pick up anything. So I want to make sure that when I put that field in, that I don't use blank line, because if there isn't a certificate number, I don't want anything there. And then for the return receipt requested, I want this as a condition determined by whether this is certified mail or not, because for FedEx or for some of the other overnight courier services, there wouldn't be a return receipt so much as there'd be just a internet or web notation. So here we can take a look at this by putting our cursor in the word if, and then taking a look at the condition. And the statement return receipt requested will appear only when the type of service is certified mail. So put it all together, click fill, and away we go.